Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready?
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Drew and Stu podcast. I'm Livingstone, that's Cam Stewart. As you can see, we are in different locations. Location, Cam. My background, my office, it's just gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
For the foreseeable future, I will be setting up something behind me here. This is in my basement. What does it look good, feel good? There's just nothing behind me. I got some Stanley Cup banners to put up. We'll see.
Hi,
Right now,
I'm
it's
Drew. I'm in
my
prison.
daughter's tea set. You got that little
Prison wall. Hey, you're like our boy Babano. It's like he's got nothing there other than prison wall. We laugh, and I got the Death Star behind me, Drew. Nice light, like that light fixture.
What
Not
is
bad.
that?
It's a light. You want me to go turn it on? Show you, or it's gonna be too bright.
Yeah. it might
Anyway,
be too
it's a
bright.
light. It's a light fixture. That's.
That's an
I'm
IKEA
at
special.
I'm at the Lady Bear's place for a few days. Yeah.
I thought the place was flooded. Didn't you tell a flood story on the show?
That was about a year ago. So now we've obviously got it corrected, Drew. Yeah,
Oh,
we were
fair
living
enough.
at another place for after the flood. Yeah.
Oh, free houses. That's always fun. Yeah. I don't know about that. Anyways, let's get into this week, Cam. The Chiefs, 1.5-point favorites on the road in the Super Bowl, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. We recapped the AFC Championship, the NFC Championship last week. If you want to recap that, go look at it. But before we get into our picks for the Super Bowl for everybody to see, let's talk about Myles Garrett, who this morning, Cam, released a trade request on social media. He wrote a letter saying, I'm happy in Cleveland. I love the fans, but I want to win. So I'm officially requesting a trade. And then the Cleveland came out 30 minutes later and said, we are not entertaining any trade offers for Myles Garrett. How do you think this ends?
I would think he probably wants to go. They'll eventually. Well, what do you want to do if you're Cleveland, Drew? Do you say, okay, we'll let him go? You basically say we love this guy and give us the most for him, and eventually they will accept the package.
My thing is, Cam, when these guys request trades, they're like, oh, I want to win. There's no guarantee. Cleveland doesn't have to send you to a contender. They can go, oh, yeah, here, have fun in Carolina. Thanks for the 5 first-round picks.
Oh, I'd like. Oh, no, Myles Garrett in Carolina. They're third team on the rise. I wouldn't even mind going there, to be honest with you.
No,
Right?
you can't do that. So I would do, I'm trying to think of contenders that need pass rushers. The Bills, the Ravens.
Bills, big time. Actually, I hate to say it, the Bills need him probably more than anybody. Ravens,
Oh, yeah, Cam, as a Bills fan, you guys want 4
Seahawks,
first-round picks? Here you go.
They're not contenders, though. We need a pass
That's
rusher.
what I mean. If he had to pick a pick of the litter, where is he picking that needs
Bills.
a pass rusher? Buffalo, Baltimore. He probably likes Baltimore because of Lamar and then the rivalry. Houston already has pass rush. Chiefs have pass rush. Cincy has pass rush.
Bills.
So it's either Bills or Ravens, really, if he wants to
Well, the
contend.
Bills were exposed that time against the Chiefs. We talked about it. That's the thing. Patrick Mahomes had time to move, find guys. Like if the Bills had a pass rush on top of what they do,
Yep.
are they not the best team in football? They don't have a pass rush and lost a game. Okay, whatever. They can't win a big
No,
game.
but they need a pass rusher. They need
Yeah.
what Von Miller was supposed to be, and Myles Garrett's arguably better than Von Miller ever was. Like the Defensive Player of the Year awards, Cam. Like it's like Von Miller was a pass rush specialist, but like Myles Garrett's a monster.
If I was Buffalo, I'd be on line one with Cleveland and say, what do you want? Like, and then make it reasonable. And you're going to have to give away some draft picks, whatever. Like if the guy doesn't want to leave, fine. But
Literally,
you can
any
make him leave.
defender and pick they want, they can have. That's what I'd be saying to Cleveland. Like, yeah, you guys, anything you want, anything that isn't Josh Allen, take it. Like that's.
I agree. Take it.
All right, Cam. Let's get into the game. Chiefs. Actually, we can talk about the head coach and stuff. No one wants the New Orleans job. Can you talk about that? Everyone's like, I'm stepping down. I don't want it anymore. It's now down to Kellen Moore essentially, or Rizzi. Kellen Moore is not even that good, Cam. I don't get the hype around this guy.
Kellen Moore is one of the more overrated coordinators. I know they're like, oh, look at Moore. I love on the broadcast too with Romo. Oh, look, he's trying to get more creative. Like the guy's been everywhere. And what have they really done? My answer is
Herbert's
nothing.
worst season under him last year with Brandon Staley. This year, I mean, Jalen Hurts hasn't been that impressive. It's been all the run game, which I guess if you're New Orleans, you would like that. But really, you don't have the O-line that Philly does. And he was okay in Dallas with Dak Prescott. I guess Dak's best season came under him. But, I mean, I'm not running to the window to be like, oh, I need Kellen Moore as my head coach because he's such a genius offensive mind.
Exactly. And the thing about Rizzi is like a lot of guys I think he's a Jersey guy. So they were saying like maybe be a part of like a Jets or Giants staff but let's call it out for what it is. I don't think he has enough experience to be a head coach, but seems like a likable character, but more of the coordinator type, more of a guy that you just want on your staff. Head coach is a big deal. And I don't think he's qualified to be a head coach.
No,
That's my
definitely,
opinion.
I don't think so either. I'm not a fan, Cam, of the interim head coaches getting jobs after the fact.
Well, look what it did for the Raiders with Pierce. It sucked. It absolutely reeked. Like it started off like, hey, I love this team. And then know what it does? It starts off about as good as you can get, and it only gets worse after that. It's like it just steadily declines. I'll tell you something. Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about Pete Carroll either.
Your boy.
Russell, what a move. Hey, you know what? Good for the Raiders. I know he's a raw guy, but the thing is, he already brought in Chip Kelly from Ohio State, who ran.
You think Russell's going to end up there?
Is Russell going to end up there? Let's hit the ATM and take out the money, Drew. Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, where else is he going to go?
They said they might want him back in Pitt, but if I'm Russell Wilson, I'd rather go to
Pittsburgh
Vegas.
fucked up him and Fields. I'd be saying, sayonara. I will go to Las Vegas with Pete and see what happens. And then they draft a quarterback, and then everything's cool. You have Russell Wilson there for a couple of years to hold down the fort. Like, that's kind of the way I look at it. Right?
I'm trying to think maybe they get Travis Hunter to work with Russell Wilson. Like they might get like they have a lot of options in the draft. I don't mind the hire. I just don't like hiring guys that are close to 80, Cam. It's just like, what's long term?
Pete Carroll is he's not 80.
He's late different. 70s though.
I'm just saying he has the attitude of a 50-year-old.
Fair.
I'm not saying he's a good coach either. I know more than anybody. I'm a Seahawk fan. He's a great, but you know what he is? What do the Raiders have a problem with? Culture. Everything is negative. Everything is, it sucks. Pete's going to go there positive, like with a positive attitude. You hire guys that are good, aka Chip Kelly. You get a great, just surround yourself with football X's and O's guys, and you can be the motivator.
And you believe in Chip Kelly?
I do.
I'm seeing some stuff like his NFL offenses weren't that great.
They weren't, but you know what? We're talking about Kellen Moore and all these other guys. I know what I've come down to doing these shows. Who's great? Very few. A lot of average. A lot of
I'm trying to think
average.
Chip Kelly's Eagles offense where it was like up tempo, no huddle. They never huddled. Like I don't think Russell Wilson's young enough to be running that.
Spagnuolo, but Chip Kelly will come up with some wrinkles. Like Spagnuolo is a great defensive coordinator. We can agree on that. But the thing is, I look at all these other things and go, even Buffalo with your boy McDermott runs the defense, and he got schooled by Kansas City in that game. Like it's like everybody. It's hard to find somebody who is consistently brilliant.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. All right, Super Bowl.
Okay, let's get into
59.
business here.
Yeah, Super Bowl 59. Eagles hosting the Kansas City Chiefs, not hosting, but they're in New Orleans. Cam, Chiefs, road favorites, as you can call it, -1.5. Totals 49. 70% of the public's already on the over, Cam. I don't know. It feels to me like this is going to be an under game. It's not going to be the repeat of 2 years ago. What do you think?
I don't think – know what I think, Drew? I think, first of all, you're on the right track. I know – a lot of bets. Remember, like we talk about big bets at casinos and stuff. Apparently, there's been a couple. Like there was a $55,000 bet, the biggest one early on the under. Mm-hmm. And I kind of agree. I don't think it's going to be the track meet that it was, but I think it kind of falls in the middle. You don't want to you don't want to take the coward's way out. But in my
don't
opinion,
say who wins. What's your final score prediction?
I actually have exact score bets at like 200 to 1. Would you like to hear a couple?
Yeah, sure.
Philadelphia, I have it just over the number, but I'm going to tease it to the under and the over. Philadelphia, 27. Kansas City, 20. That's over. Actually, it's under by 2.
Yep.
Philadelphia, 31. Kansas City, 20. And Philadelphia, 27. Kansas City, 23.
So you have 2 of your totals going over. 2 of your final.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to sound the coward's way. I said the number is good. I think the final score is anywhere between 47 and 53.
I think if you think the Eagles are going to win, it's going to be a double-digit victory because I don't think you win a game where Mahomes has one score to tie it or win it at the end of the game. So I'm thinking
funny you mentioned
if you think
that.
Eagles are going to win, it's going to be 21-10.
Yeah.
Or like something like that. And if you think KC's going to win, I could see 27-24, 24-23, something like that. But I think it's going to be a lower scoring game, Cam. I'm going to say 23-20 for the winning team. I don't think it goes over.
So if you like 23-20, you just said you like the Chiefs.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs in this game, Cam.
Spoiler alert. I'm taking, and I have Eagles -2.5 plus 120.
Yep.
-3 plus 150. And -6.5, to your point, if they're going to win it by a touchdown or more at plus 235. I think the Eagles win this game between 7 and 11 points.
Yes, so I'll be taking. So it sounds crazy, but I'm going to be taking Eagles to win by 7+ as like the prop. But I'll also be taking the Chiefs on the spread. I know it's like, why are you betting both sides? Because if I think the Chiefs lose, yeah, exactly. I think if the Chiefs lose, it's by more than one score.
can I say this? So, by your assessments and by what I'm doing, how do you not tease Philadelphia plus 8.5 under 56?
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
And I will even go Philadelphia plus 8.5 over 42. Because I think but I do like the under on the teaser more, but I'm doing both. You have a nice middling opportunity. Do you think the Eagles are going to lose this game by 9? I think they win by 9.
The only way they lose this game by 2 scores, Cam, is if Hurts throws a pick 6 or like a defensive touchdown. Which is possible. I mean, it happened last time these two played when he fumbled the ball randomly.
I'm going to be honest with you, Drew. I know Kansas City doesn't get blown out. I've already had a couple of people online think I'm an idiot. But I'm going to tell you, I think this Super Bowl is more Tampa Bay-ish, where the Chiefs get punched in the face and lose by margin, than it being some kind of game where Philadelphia wins on a last-second Elliott field goal or something. If Philadelphia wins, to your point, I think they'll probably win by a touchdown or more. I'm taking those alternative spreads because it's hard to bet again. Like, it's hard to say, oh, Kansas City's going to lose by margin.
Exactly.
But they can, if Philadelphia doesn't turn over the ball, do roughing like any type of stupid decisions, if they stick to the game plan with their defensive
they just run
front,
it, Cam. The Bills proved you can run on the Chiefs. If the Eagles just decide to run the ball, but I'm worried that they're going to be like, you know what? Let's throw it on these guys. It's the Super Bowl. And then that's
well, Kansas City's got Spagnuolo. What's he good at? Making a team do what they don't want to do. The thing is, I'm very confident in Hurts throwing the ball if asked to. Not a lot of people are. I am.
Yeah, I'm not confident.
I'm telling you, Drew. I think Kansas City. This is everyone thinks this is the spot, the three-peat, whatever. I think Philadelphia like rains on their parade hard in this Super Bowl.
I could see it, Cam. Like I said, I like the Chiefs -1.5, but I also like the Eagles -6.5, -7.5. And on DraftKings right now, Cam, you bet the Eagles -6.5 to win by 2 scores. It's +300.
Yeah. So that's great. That's even like, I was looking at that number's gone up on DraftKings actually, because before it was -6.5. Sorry, what do you have? -6.5 +300?
Yeah.
Oh, that's winning by a touchdown.
Yeah.
A touchdown. Drew, it was +245 and it's gone up 55 cents. Meaning people think the Philadelphia Eagles have no chance to win by more than a touchdown.
Yeah, and if you think the Chiefs can win by 6.5, it's only +200. So that's what it shows. Vegas is like, no, there's no way the Eagles can blow out the Chiefs.
And who's the favorite in the game?
Yeah,
the Chiefs. The book is telling you Chiefs don't win by margin. Eagles can win by more. If the Chiefs win, that's why I'm saying, even if you like the Chiefs, Drew, I think it would be in your best interest to do a teaser with the dog and the under of 56. You're getting Philadelphia +8.5. So Kansas City has to win by 9.
I'm going to do KC by 1-6 and Eagles by 7+. Those are my 2 bets because I don't think the Chiefs win by margin unless they get a defense touchdown, like we said. But we'll see, Cam. Super Bowl. You got any
props?
Well, we got props. We'll do props after the questions. We'll get to the questions from the viewers because I have a lot of props too. But I'm just thinking any absolute locks that you guarantee are going to hit on the spreads or anything? No. Okay.
There's no locks. You think there's a lock? I would say this, and we have a guy on shows that I do that thinks if you can get Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown under 240, -240, it's a bargain. People are saying as for, and you know what? That's not the way we think. But I think Jalen Hurts right now at almost even for an anytime touchdown is absolutely incredible.
People are worried because they saw them stop the tush push against the Bills, but I was like, that wasn't really the tush push. That's Josh Allen.
Exactly.
It's a lot different when Jalen Hurts is going low. All right, let's get to the questions before we get to the props, Cam. First, from Ed. Cam, if you had to choose which NFL stadium to play this year's Super Bowl in, which would it be? Also, what is your favorite stadium of all time? Thanks. Love the show.
Well, I think playing it in Vegas would make a lot of sense for everybody because there's so many things to do there. You could play cards. It has the facility of having big events before. And let's call it out for what it is. I have friends and we've changed our location this week. A lot of guys from my other work are going down to New Orleans, and you're not going off the beaten path there. You're not taking a stroll at 4 o'clock in the morning down Knife Boulevard or Bullet Boulevard, I should call it. I don't know, Knife Lane or I don't.
Tell me you wouldn't be looking for 3 a.m. gumbo if you're on a bender.
I'm drunk and I really need some jambalaya. Yeah. I think I should take this turn. Oh, that looks like a mysterious crew there standing behind. No, do not do that in New Orleans. But Vegas is a spot I think that has a lot of beautiful places to go. So, I know what, Drew? They should almost do Vegas because New York, it's cold. I know people want warm. Arizona is a great spot too. Glendale is a good spot for a Super Bowl. Let's call it out for what it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Arizona for sure, Miami for sure.
Do you believe in cold weather, or do you think the Super Bowl should always be in like
Yeah,
on
I think it should
carpet
always
or
be.
in pristine
It
conditions?
should always be pristine conditions. I don't like the
Okay.
cold weather. It's too big of an advantage if like a cold outdoor team gets there. Like right now, I guess the Eagles and Chiefs are the same. But if there was an indoor team like Dallas in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs in an outdoor game, the Chiefs have a huge advantage. It's not.
Drew, I think I saw a stat that Morency told me. I think Patrick Mahomes is 15-0 in domes. I got a problem. I'm betting Philly still.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy stat.
Take a look at his indoor record. It's fantastic.
So, Cam, your favorite stadium, though? You didn't answer that part of the question.
Oh, favorite stadium. Favorite stadium. I don't know.
I thought you were going to say like the Rose Bowl or something.
Rose Bowl is gorgeous. We were there. Favorite stadium. I don't know. I like the Kingdome, but it was a dump where the Seahawks played. But that was my stadium. I don't have a favorite stadium. I'm sorry. Whoever asked that question, I'm sorry. I just didn't really think about that one.
I'm trying to think of something. The stadiums I've been to.
Like, what are your favorite? But like, it's definitely Buffalo's not your favorite stadium.
Absolutely not. Buffalo's is a shithole. The new one might be better, but
the new one's good. It looks awesome. Actually,
yeah. The current one's absolutely shit. Maybe Houston's. The Texans is at NRG Center. It's absolutely amazing. I do like that. Is NRG Stadium? I don't know.
How come I went fuzzy all of a sudden? Can you?
You're good. You're good. It records locally. So don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I'd say NRG if I had to pick, and then maybe like Fenway. Fenway's pretty cool.
Any stadium. Oh.
Well, he asked NFL Stadium, but I'm changing it to any like
Old Yankee Stadium was my favorite stadium.
All right, there you go. There's Cam's answer. Next one from Matt. Sup, Drew? I gotta repost this since you guys always talk about chicken wings and you guys forgot to reveal my recipe. I loved Cam's deep frying near death story. This solves grease fires and quantity issues. My personal way for chicken wings and easiest for making large batches in the oven is in the oven on a wire rack, not just on a sheet, lightly dusted with baking powder. This is the key to absorb excess moisture and crisp the batter. You can pre-marinate them or season them with any dry spices for cooking, and then just make a few assorted dipping sauces. I always make soy, garlic, peanut saute, a lemon,
who is this guy?
Mustard, a spicy, tangy barbecue. With both racks in the oven, I can make around 75 wings at once, and they're easily better than any fried tossed wing you'll ever eat. It's essentially like air frying, but you can make multiple servings at once, and all you got to do is flip them once and redust them lightly with some baking powder. 350 degrees for an hour total. Perfection.
Who is this guy? Time. Gordon Ramsay? Like, I just know. Like, you might have to send me the recipes. I don't even know what this guy's talking about anymore.
They're so Matt. Shout out Matt for the
shout out Matt. And I will say this though, like another thing about wings too is you don't want extra, like too much sauce at a Super Bowl party. It's not really fair to a guy's couch or. You know, I remember they have that like those things like skip the dishes, like the Oilers.
I get
had,
dry
like,
dusted wings for my Super Bowl party all the time.
Super Bowl party, dry dusted. You can have buffalo on the side, but keep them in an area where like the drunks can go and like do their thing. You don't want it near good upholstery.
Yeah, and especially with kids and stuff, you don't want that shit. No, thank you. Next one from Big Daddy. Cam, I know to each their own in quotations, but in your opinion, does lettuce belong on Donair? I moved from Halifax to Edmonton and they put lettuce and sometimes even tzatziki on it here. It's basically a euro.
Listen. I love tzatziki sauce. Literally is like one of my favorite things in the world.
Oh yeah, it's so.
But
good.
like tzatziki sauce, I can drink it. But I'm going to tell you something about lettuce. Be very careful. You can't put lettuce on a hot meat product like that because it wilts and it turns all shit. That's why you get the diced tomatoes, onions, that like the Mediterranean blend, and then tons of tzatziki on it.
Well, Donair's just meat and sauce, isn't it? Like when you're.
But the problem with the Donair for me is it's a sweet sauce. It's a sweet white sauce.
It honestly tastes like the frosting you get on like a toaster strudel. Anytime I get it,
that's why gyros crush Donairs because the tzatziki's better than the sweet sauce.
I didn't say that. Cam said it. East Coasters.
Why? People got a problem. I know, but I love East Coasters. But I'm going to tell you, I have diabetes. I'm not chugging your sweet sauce. I'm already drinking to begin with. I can't go to your truck at the end of the night and just put more. Tzatziki crushes Donair sauce. That's my opinion.
It's different because like tzatziki on like Greek food, sure, and like on other stuff, but like
on
when it
chicken,
comes,
it's wicked.
Cam, dipping your pizza in Donair sauce.
That's a problem. I agree. That's why you have like a garlic dip or like like you get the pizza.
No, but Donair is better than garlic dip for pizza.
Donair is what?
Donair sauce is better than garlic dip for pizza, I think.
Well, let's see. I'm a Donair guy with meats. I've never had Donair sauce with pizza. I will.
You gotta go to the East Coast and get their pizza. Then they got like the garlic nuts. You dip them in the sauce. It's like essentially eating a toaster strudel. It's delicious.
Okay.
All right, next one from Death Star again. He's always here. Cam reminds me of Obi-Wan Kenobi with Drew and as his Padawan teaching him knowledge. On that note, which Star Wars character would you want to be? And has Drew ever seen a Star Wars movie? You're talking to the wrong guy. Cam's probably the less nerdy one here. I've seen
Star Wars. This guy's a nerd, but a really good guy and using the basement because his house is getting. Drew's a friend of all. Human, baby, whatever. I would rather be Chewbacca because I got no other problems. I'm already hairy and I could just grunt and hurt people and I don't have to worry about anything. I don't want to be Luke Skywalker. I don't want to fight Vader. I just want to chill out with Chewbacca and get wasted.
I'd want to be like young Anakin. You get the hot older girl coming to recruit you. And,
there's a lot of positives to that. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping it easy. Not 3CPO because he's got to deal with numbnuts too. Like those two are a team. Yeah. So wouldn't you rather just be Chewbacca? Or you could be, what's his name?
Can you imagine
the lazy guy,
Cam?
Corinthian Leather guy, or what's that guy's
name?
Lando Calrissian.
Oh, yeah.
He's a dog fucker. He does nothing. Chewbacca's the guy.
Chewbacca. I just wouldn't want all that hair, Cam. I can deal with it.
Drew, I have one question. How come it goes blurry then clear? I really like it.
It's your connection at your place right now. It doesn't matter. It records locally. Don't worry about it, Cam. Don't worry about it. Trust me.
Okay.
Next one from Nathan. My question, Cam and Drew, any advice or inspirational words for someone trying to start their own podcast?
Inspirational words. Have fun.
Yes.
Do things you want to do. Don't tell people that this is how you should do it. But take advice from people who are like done it before. But one thing is do something fun. Do something original. The whole sports gambling phase is, know what the problem is? Everybody's got a sports gambling show. What's the difference? Make jokes. Like you guys have questions for me. Do something that's I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles plus 1.5 and I lean to the under.
Yeah, don't do that shit. My advice, Cam, is go watch other shows.
You work with a bunch of shows. You give them professional advice. Go.
Yeah, go watch a bunch of different shows on the topic you want to cover. I don't know if you want to do a movie podcast, whatever it is, and make yourself unique so you stand out. Another key is good thumbnails, good tags. Like, make sure you stand out. Like, if you like a movie podcast, go do a movie podcast, but make it different. Be like, I don't know if you remember the blind movie reviewer where they got a blind guy to watch movies.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. But he couldn't see them. He just reviewed them based on the sound.
And give Mayo credit. Like he does things where like he dresses me up as a character for the thumbnail. Exactly what you said, right? By the way, he's going to that same place that you guys had a party, and you better show up if we're going to knock it down.
You know who hooked him up with that? Yeah, thanks.
No. I already gave credit on the show. He gave you credit.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, of course he did. He goes, we're going to party. You better show up.
I'll be there. Don't worry. Next one from Big Mike. Cam, do you watch the old Cold Case Files or the new one?
Both, but old is better. Case Files.
You think the old one's better?
Oh, way better. Way better. The new Cold Case Files suck because basically
it's too woke.
It's not too woke. It's just too predictable. It's very. You know what the problem is now?
There's no twist at the end.
Yeah, like I want to. In the show, they used to kind of go, "Ooh, actually, I can get it wrong. I can literally watch a murder mystery and go, the wife did it, or the old friend did it." Like it's too easy.
So you're telling me the old ones you had no idea who did it?
Well, they were a little smarter. They were a little, and the new ones too. Basically, it goes like this. It goes, then we found the DNA from family genealogy and linked to this guy. You know what I mean? It's like, thanks for the ending. Like, it's so boring. Like, I want something new.
Gotcha. So you like the 80s and 90s ones?
Yes. Much like everything was better in the past. As you say, look at our technology. I try to get the new stuff and it fails. I put my older stuff in, it works.
Next one, Cam, from another different mic. Cam and Drew, what would you guys think about Seattle trading DK Metcalf to Buffalo? I'll take it.
Drew will take it. But the funny thing is now I got a tweet from a guy that's talking about very much Seattle drafting Jackson Dart, quarterback Ole Miss, to stick with DK Metcalf, who went to Ole Miss.
I don't like that. Like, they're 5 years apart. I don't know how that would help.
I don't care. Jackson Dart's a good quarterback.
Yeah. Is that Seattle's biggest need? I think they need O-line.
Know what they need? They need O-line.
New center. That's what they need.
They actually need a pass rush too.
Yeah, they need the trenches fixed.
They need everything.
Yeah. Next one from Nathan. Cam and Drew, what jobs have you worked in your lifetime? Can you rank your top 3 worst to best?
I've worked
so many.
My best jobs were independent contractor. When I used to go to the river and get golf balls and sell them back to the members, That was because I didn't have to pay tax. I didn't do nothing. I hung up under a tree and did what I want as a kid and made money. I've delivered berries in a boat. I've worked in every restaurant from here to Timbuktu. I've worked at Little Caesars Pizza.
Have you been a dishwasher, Cam?
A dishwasher? They used to give me an award for dishwasher like of the year. I can't even feel my fingers when I put it on a burner. Drew, it is the shittiest job, and I've done them in every city in Ontario. I worked at Little Caesars as a dishwasher, as a pizza maker. I've worked at the Keg as a salad preparer, freezer guy, and I help with the dishwasher when the guys got overwhelmed. It is the shittiest job, and I've had that job multiple times. So yes, those jobs suck, and I've worked everywhere.
So what's your best job then, if you're ranking them?
I would consider working in radio or television my best job.
Okay, fair enough.
Any kitchen job, you better not be hungover. You better not be old. You better not be beat down, because it is hard to fucking work.
You better enjoy standing on your feet for 14 hours.
Yeah.
My worst job, probably being cart guy at IKEA. I had to collect all the buggies in the parking lot and help people load their cars, and you weren't allowed to accept tips. I still accepted them. I was like,
actually, best job golf course though when you're younger, because even if they don't pay you a lot of money,
I didn't get it.
Privileges.
My buddy worked on a golf course, so
I worked at Credit Valley Golf and Country Club in Mississauga, dude. Ooh. It was amazing.
My favorite job, my most fun job, is probably being a manager at Walmart, because you used to get to shit talk everybody.
I like that. I like you were a cart guy at IKEA. Didn't know.
Yeah, hilarious. No, worst job. I worked for a moving company one summer. Carrying people's shit is the worst.
Oh, I'll give you another shittier job. Shingles. I fucking worked in the summer lifting shingles. You want a job to fucking want to kill yourself? The money was okay, but at the end of the day, I couldn't even move. I'm drinking beers. Oh, dude, it's hard work, man.
We had one guy, we moved this mansion. He was downsizing, and he's like, oh yeah, my granite fireplace over there, gotta move that. We had 6 of us. It was 700 pounds. I was like, we can't lift this fucking thing. And we're
sucks. My buddy worked for AMJ Campbell Moving. He used to get.
And they don't pay you nothing. It's minimum wage because they know you're getting a tip.
He said he had enough. He started drinking on the job, smoking joints. He couldn't deal with it anymore. It was it was pain.
All right. Anyways, those are ranked worst to best jobs. We've had a lot. We could do a whole podcast on my jobs.
Oh, we could. I've worked so many bad jobs and kind of good ones, I guess.
Fair. Yeah. All right. Next one last one from Ben Stanley. Cam, do you believe we went to the moon?
No.
It's a loaded one.
I don't want to talk about this on the show.
You have to say, now I want to know your opinion.
I kind of don't think we did.
Ooh, you think it was a studio job, huh?
If you've worked with cell phones before in elevators or anywhere else and they don't work, and all of a sudden we're getting a crystal clear feed, I want to know the answer.
Well, it wasn't crystal clear.
Was it behind a green screen? Maybe. Anyway, I'm just joking. We went to the moon, but there's so many questions.
Cam, I'm skeptical too, and I'm a big science guy.
Thank you. I don't want to say I'm skeptical because people think I'm crazy, but
why haven't we gone back? It's just
why haven't we gone back? How come it sounded so clear? How come all these pictures, you can do all this shit behind a green screen, even at that time at work? It's very easy to do. They had movies back then.
There's some interviews with the astronauts that went there that are really weird. It's why is he talking like he didn't go? It's just
trust me, Drew. I don't want to get into it now, but no conspiracy theories. I got enough problems. Let's worry about the tariffs. I don't need to be shipped off anywhere for my thoughts.
Oh yeah, Cam. They might have to pay 25% on watching this show since we're Canadian. We'll see.
If we get 25% more loonies or green, I couldn't care less.
Yeah, I don't care. Let's put a 70% tariff on us. I don't care. All right, next one. Actually, no, we're done that. We're going to get to our props now for the week. Yes. But first, playoffs. We're talking about playoffs. You bet we are getting on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs, and you can score big by betting on them at DraftKings, the number one place to bet touchdowns. New DraftKings customers get $5 or bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you use the code STEW. That's code STEW, STEW, not code Drew, code STEW because they like Cam better. When you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. I'm sorry, this code does not work for Ontario viewers. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Yep. I'm going to learn how to be auctioneer.
Yeah. I'm Drew the lawyer.
Yeah.
I like it. Hey, legalese is important. We don't need to be coming out in cuffs. If we do
That's
something
true.
wrong.
The worst one, they're like, take this pill and it'll make you feel better. Side effects include you'll die tomorrow. And
those commercials that you see might provide diarrhea. I am, they call me like Sammy side effect. Like everything on those pills, I struggle with.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's like the side effects of Ozempic. I always see on the commercials. I was like, why would you take this? I understand.
You ever notice though? That, so I go to my doctor, and quickly we'll get back to the props. But I go, hey man, can I get the Ozempic because it's basically a diabetes drug, but people are using it to lose weight. Yeah, Ozempic.
Oh, so it started as a diabetes drug, and now people figure out it makes you lose weight.
See, this is why they asked me anyway. It wasn't meant for fat people to not work out and get lazy to lose weight. It's a drug to basically help diabetics lose weight because of sugar and get things rolling and things like that. I asked the guy, I go, where's the Ozempic? He goes, the fat people, like every fat person who doesn't want to work out took it. I go, what do I get? He goes, Jardians. It's like the loser drug out of them all. I get the one where they're dancing in the street at the fruit stand.
Do you give people as much credit when they lose weight based off of a drug versus when they work out?
No, I want you to work. The difference is I could do more, but at least I'm walking up hills and stuff. Like today, I've already done like Super Bowl shows. I walked to the studio and walked back. That's 40 minutes of walking. These people sit on their couch and eat fucking fudge and they're taking Ozempic. There's got to be a side effect down the line.
Yeah, they don't know what it's going to do to you long term. It's just I'm always like, oh look, this person lost 200 pounds. It's like, oh yeah, he just did drugs. So I'm like, oh okay.
And some people who lose weight like that don't look normal. Like Drew Carey, like he's good looking. You know what you get? You get the turkey neck.
Well,
you get all the weird
Kelly
stuff.
Clarkson looks pretty weird now that she's skinny again. It's like
if you lose weight naturally, like, look at me, Drew. Like I look like a little bit different, but I don't look like I'm like a science lab experiment. I've lost weight.
Exactly.
My head's always been very
Cam, imagine if you were like $150, what you would look like. You'd be like a bone rack with like skin hanging.
Oh yeah, and I'd have a head that's 40 pounds compared to my body. It's like
you'd be like
just a candy apple boy. I just fall over, top heavy.
All right, let's get to our props for the week, Cam. I have some great ones. I got gold, silver, bronze, and a bunch of bonus ones, but I'm going to give you my favorite pick of the week, my gold, and let me know what you think. My gold is Patrick Mahomes over 30.5 rushing yards. Lowest total he's ever had in a Super Bowl is 29 rushing yards, 66 last year, 44 against Philly the year before that on a bad ankle. Also 43 last week against the Bills, and those third and long broken plays, Cam, you know he will run for. I love over 30 rushing yards for Mahomes.
I do too. I'm going to go first with the touchdown market for the Chiefs. The only basically Hunt anytime touchdown at plus 140, Drew, to me is exceptionally good. Pacheco, they might go back to him, but right now it seems like Hunt is the guy at the goal line, and I think that is a great price because Mahomes isn't going to want to.
Do you think Pacheco might be better now with 2 weeks off? And
that's what I worry about. That's why I'm not like unloading on it. But you're getting him. So do you bet both Hunt and Pacheco? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, not a bad idea. Probably
for me. And Hurts at minus 105 for anytime touchdown is a steal. In my opinion.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, he's minus 110 on DraftKings now. Hurts. Pacheco though plus 300.
You know what? It's worth a sprinkle.
Worth a sprinkle. And what do you think of this one, Cam? A DraftKings special. Pacheco over 25 rushing yards in each half. So it's 50 yards total. 25 each half. 12-1 plus 1,200. It's like if they decide to start using them, like
here's the bottom line with this: if Pacheco comes out of the gate and busts one off for like 27 yards, he's going to be a more part of the offense. But if he gets stopped, and then Hunt goes, basically Andy Reid has plays for both guys. Hot hand. Yes, exactly.
I agree with that. All right, Cam, my silver prop. Let me know what you think of this one. Zach Bond under 10.5 tackles and assists, minus 110. He's been under this number in 5 of his last 6 games. I don't expect the Chiefs to have success running the football, which is where he gets most of his tackles. They're going to be throwing it, which means he's not going to be involved in tackling, and he went over this number just 6 times this whole season. 10.5, too many. I know he's Defensive Player of the Year nominee, and he might win the award, Cam. 10.5 is a lot of tackles in the Super Bowl against a team that doesn't run the football well.
You know what, Drew? A lot of people are going to go over, so that contrarian play is usually a good play. For me, Dallas Goedert, I'm not going to go yards because it's been bet up, but over 4.5 receptions. I think he gets a lot of quick hitters.
He could have like 5 for 20. You're right.
You know what I'm thinking? Goddard, at the end of the day, it could be like 7 for 65 or something like that. Like even if it goes over the number, I'd rather have receptions to the over than yards. I still think he gets his yards, but receptions. Goddard over 4.5 catches, please.
I love that pick, Cam, because I think, like you said, it might be 5 for 25, 6 for 30. Like I think it's a lot safer with his catch, especially with Jalen Hurts and that pass rush. Chris Jones in his face, a little dump off to Goddard. I like that. All right, my bronze Xavier Worthy over 5.5 rushing yards, -110. Worthy's over this number in 4 of his last 5 games. They'll want to get the Eagles D-line moving because their edge their edge protection is terrible. Worthy takes an end around 5.5 yards, Cam. They love doing that stuff. With Andy Reid loves that stuff, especially in the Super Bowl.
Be careful, because that line has gone up. It opened up at 4.5. A lot of people hit it already, right? So
I still like
Drew,
it.
I know, no, you're right, Drew. Don't let this scare you. But I've always learned, like, not all props, but a lot of them that everyone's on, those are the ones that kind of fade away in obscurity, as we've known doing the show for a long time.
Yep,
I'm going to give you
Marvin Mims. You said get off the train because it was coming in the playoffs.
But Drew, he made you so much money. The Marvin Mims train was so good to you. The problem was the people who got on one stop instead of 6 stops. That was their problem. Yes. I'm going to do something contrarian because he hasn't been good, but I don't care. It's the Super Bowl. And Kelsey's going to be looked at. I want Gray over 11.5 receiving yards. I think there's too much low-hanging fruit with guys like Juju Smith-Schuster, Hopkins. One of them, Hopkins almost feels like a trap at 10.5, but I'm going to take Gray over 11.5. I think they go to him a few times in this game. That's good enough for me.
I like that, Cam. There's DraftKings has a Taylor Swift special
and those Taylor Swift specials are just basically prop bets with her name associated with it.
Yeah, we'll go over them. We'll go over them in a second after we're done with our props. But some of them are funny. One of them is Noah Gray to have over 10 yards in each half, and it's like 50-1. It's pretty crazy.
I'm gonna take that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I didn't see that.
I'll read it to you once we get to it. My next prop, Cam, Xavier Worthy over 55.5 receiving yards. Over this in 3 of his last 4 games. Also has a TD in 3 of his last 4 games. Plus 155 anytime TD. I kind of like that too. And the Worthy over 50 yards and TD parlays plus 250.
I'll give you one more too, Drew. I'm not doing minerals, and we'll have a few extra ones by the final fun prop show. We're going to have Jesse on and the boys, or we'll just break down like the fun props, like probably Anthem, Taylor Swift shit. What else are we going to do? Like basically fun.
We'll do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if we go Gatorade anymore, because I always have a problem with the shade of Gatorade. Like, that's one prop that I'm kind of like, I don't like you know what I don't like? Props that have gray areas.
Save it for Thursday.
Sorry. Save it for Thursday. I want team with most sacks, Eagles plus 130. That's my final bet.
The Eagles are plus money for that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Could you believe it?
I would take them. I thought they'd be the favorite.
So did I. I feel like I'm walking right into a bear trap, but Eagles you left me a good piece of meat out there. I got to take my chances.
The thing is, Cam, will their sack count, or will it be rough in the pass? That's the question.
And they have another bet. Remember, like the NFL doesn't want accepted penalties and penalties. We'll go over all this stuff on Thursday.
They don't want to make it just penalties in general because the
it has to be accepted penalties. Yes.
All right, next one for me. Nolan Smith Jr. to get a sack plus 120. He's second on the Eagles in sacks this season. The Chiefs O-line has a surprisingly good interior, but they're not good on the edges. The right tackle, left tackle, I have a lot of work to do. The Chiefs' problem, like I said, lies on the outside. Nolan Smith has a sack, Cam, in every playoff game so far, and he's going to come off the edge. He's going to get to Mahomes at least once. Plus 120. Sign me up.
How many sacks do you think?
Eagles get 2, Chiefs get 1.
I think the Eagles get 3, the Chiefs get 1.
Sacking Mahomes.
What's total
3
sacks
times?
in the game? What's sacks in the game? It's going to be different, man. Daniels got the ball out quicker. If Mahomes, and you're right, Mahomes is so damn crafty. But remember, if they tackle him behind the line of scrimmage, that's still a sack.
Not if he's out of the pocket running. They don't call it. They call him an established runner. They don't give it a
you're
sack.
right. There's so many
there's like gray areas on it.
Oh, too many gray areas, in my opinion.
I agree too. Like for him to get hit in the pocket, it's going to be bull rush up the middle by Carter or Smith off the edge.
And he does the old Mahomes like turtle, like he'll duck.
And I don't know that that'll happen too much. It might just.
Don't you think that's a great price for the Eagles to plus? They're plus 130. So it could be a sucker's bet, but I have to bet it out of principle. I think it's nuts.
100%. All right, Cam. I got a 25-1 same game parlay and a 110-1 same game parlay. Which one do you want to hear first?
Obviously the one that's 10. Then do your monster one later.
Okay, so 25-1, the smaller one. So it's Worthy over 5.5 rushing yards, Worthy over 56.5 receiving yards, Zach Bond under 10.5 tackles, Mahomes over 30 rushing yards, and Nolan Smith 1 sack. All the props just gave put together 25-1. Then my 110-1 Hail Mary, Worthy over 25 rushing yards, so he breaks one of these end arounds.
Mm-hmm.
Worthy touchdown, Devonta Smith over 100 receiving yards, because I like him more than AJ Brown in this game with McDuffie following AJ. And then Devonta Smith touchdown. So it's just Worthy rushing yards, Worthy touchdown, Smith receiving yards, Smith touchdown, 110-1. 4 things.
I got to tell you, The problem when you send these out to me, I get excited with the numbers. Like I'm always like, ooh, they're saying, you know what I mean? We should do a safe one too, Drew.
We'll do one right now together. We'll do a TD parlay for the viewers because our TD parlays haven't been great in the playoffs so far. They were good.
No, they haven't been.
But we'll get 4 guys, Cam. So you give me 1 Eagle and 1 Chief.
Give me Barkley. I don't care I don't care. It could be any time. His first touchdown at 4-1 is actually not bad. It's a good. I don't care. I don't care if you 20-1, whatever. It's like they're at the goal line. They run the fucking ball. It's either Hurts or Barkley.
So you're going Barkley minus 190 anytime touchdown.
Yeah. Right. So give me 3. You want to put Pooch in? You put a Pooch in.
All right. I'm going to go Worthy because I have all his props plus 155. Give me 1 Chief, Cam.
Hunt.
Kareem Hunt plus 135, and I'm going to go an Eagle. I will go Devontae Smith, like I said.
I like it.
Plus 250. 4 guys, 35-1.
I like Dallas Goedert for a touchdown too.
My thing is when they get close enough for the end zone, like he doesn't get there. He doesn't get it.
Yeah, but still, it's a Super Bowl. They might give. They look at him. Sometimes they look at him, and he just. But he moves the ball down the field. I'll tell you that.
Okay, and then long shot first TD scores. Do you like any of these guys?
Goddard.
Fair enough.
And for Kansas City, I'd go with Gray.
What do you think about like Hopkins?
I don't mind Hopkins.
I'm just thinking like
the thing about Juju Smith-Schuster, I think he usually gets the ball more midfield. Like they might look at Hopkins in the red zone.
Well, like Hopkins is 30-1 for the first touchdown.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, like Noah Gray, your boy's 30-1. Dallas.
I want Noah Gray 30-1 I'm in.
Yeah, you love Noah Gray. I'm trying to think of any like great. Like, do you think Gainwell could get in 75-1?
Yes. I was on not DraftKings. These guys had, but just to mention, I did some earlier shows, and some books don't even have Gainwell stuff. It's almost like they're afraid of him to put up a low number because I'm ready to pounce on it.
I might do it, Cam. 75-1.
Gainwell is going to be a part of this game. His rushing, if it's 7.5, 8.5, I'm smashing the over. I don't care.
I wish they had the defensive touch on his first TD, but I don't see it.
I think they did. No, they just have. Will there be a defensive? But they will. They'll eventually have that.
All right, fair enough. All right, so that's our TD parlay. Do you want to do anything else before we get out of here before Thursday?
Nope. Other than find more Gainwell stuff and hit the ATM.
Yeah, fair enough. And our teaser will be the Eagles to the under, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do both, but I prefer to the under 56 rather than over 42.
Yes, plus 8.5, under 56.5. I think is the safe one, and that's it, Cam. That does it. We're excited.
Perfect.
We're going to win a bunch of money the last football game of the year, Cam. That's what we always want to do.
I'm very excited, Drew. I don't like the fact that you're on the Chiefs, but if the teaser comes in,
well, I told you, I'm still wishy-washy on this game, Cam. I'm not.
The good news is, if the Eagles win by 7 or more, me and you are both going to be ecstatic because you're playing 7 or more.
Nightmare for me is Eagles win a 3-point game.
Yeah, that is a nightmare for you.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that does it for the Drew podcast this week. We will see you back on Thursday with Jesse Blake joining the show to go over our props extravaganza like we did last year. We'll go over the halftime show, the anthem, Gatorade, how many times Taylor Swift is shown, some other weird stuff
that I don't want to talk about, but we will bet.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks very much for watching. Please click like, please click subscribe. Please rate and review on all audio platforms. Let us know in the comments below questions for Cam for Thursday's show. I mean, we'll get Jesse on the action. Ask Jesse some of these questions too.
Oh, he can ask me. So yeah, no, I like question period unless it gets. Some of them are too hard though. Like you guys got to understand. Like
like Cam saying 3CPO when he's talking about Star Wars characters. That's not his name. All right. We'll see you.
Chewbacca, remember? Yeah.
This has been Drew and Stu. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.